Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to your regularly scheduled programming, baby. What is going on? Let's go. Woo! We definitely needed what we seen in After Hours. And just if you're watching the recap of this, I might hit you guys with an ad, but rest assured, you don't make shit off live streams. So, let's talk AMC, baby. Let's talk about it. God damn it, we hit it on the head. I was so geeked today, too, after that. Oh my gosh. Woo! AMC fucking shit up. Short sellers are shaking. I would be shaking if I was a short seller. God damn it. Let's go. We ride it dawn, baby. Woo! Dude, I am so geeked. What happened after hours? We're going to get into that right now. If you don't have me on Twitter, if you are on Twitter, definitely follow me on there. You can find it in the comment section of most videos. Didn't do it on the last one. But, funny, Domo Capital Management. I haven't looked at their assets under management if they're a big fund or anything, but it says, which fools bet against Ryan Cohen and GME this time? I'd imagine they're long on the stock. Pretty interesting, but it's this. GameStop entering NFT and cryptocurrency markets as part of turnaround plan. Now, okay, let me get you guys a better article than that. Let me get... Take for what it is. I like CNBC's articles. They make shit easy and compact. It's not the head. Damn it. Did I share it? I think I shared it today. Bear with me. Of course Of course I didn't. Damn it. Because you need the context around it. I want to give you guys the scoop, the full scoop, without leaving the details out. Because, we need the full scoop. GameStop shares surge on report it will create NFT marketplace. But why is this so big? Ladies and gentlemen, I'm sure you have heard of OpenSea. The best well-known NFT marketplace was recently valued at $13.3 billion by investors. This is obviously a privately traded company. So every time a private company raises capital, they have basically a reassessment, a revaluation. Every time they raise capital, investors go, hey, what's your business valued at? How much are we going to get? Depending on those numbers, they invest in the company for said amount at a certain valuation. So I believe $13.3 billion is roughly what GameStop is valued at. We're going to take a look at their valuation. But AMC, I think they're going to see a continued rally because they're getting so heavily involved in NFTs. They obviously get a slice of your profits, your total amount of what you sell your NFTs for, but there's going to be a long track record when we look back 10, 20 years from now, whereas AMC and GameStop likely will already have many partnerships together, but AMC's primed to benefit from this more than any other company because obviously they talk, they communicate. So I think this is great news for AMC too. And ultimately, rising tide lifts all boats. So, I'm very excited. I want to talk to you guys about the trading algorithms. Okay, so I made a video earlier about how we cracked the algorithm. And that's exactly, the pattern is there. We can see the pattern. I'll talk about this a little bit more in just a second. But I think I have found how to predict these mega bounces. We've called the last two mega bounces out perfectly. And I think there's a method to the madness that I do want to share with you guys. What's the market cap? 10.02 billion, baby. Woo! Ain't that crazy? Look at that. Market cap of 10 billion. OpenSea is valued at 13 billion. So this should add even half of the market cap. Even half, right? Let's say it adds $6 billion to GameStop's market cap. What's that put GameStop at? Roughly, what, half of its valuation, a little bit more, 60%. I want to do it for my own reference because I want to see if this happens tomorrow. So 131 times 0.60 is $78.60 plus 131, $210. That's what GameStop could potentially go to tomorrow. And that's going to massively raise AMC as well. So, woo! Let's go. I'm so hyped. Why did it go up in after hours? You're about to find out, baby. GameStop officially enters the NFT marketplace. They're creating their own marketplace. But the key of it is OpenSea, the best known NFT marketplace, was recently valued at $13.3 billion by investors. And like I just said, you obviously just joined. A lot of people probably just joined. It's in private equity markets, you don't raise capital the same way as public markets where you just offer shares. There's basically an appraisal. If you guys have bought a house, you know, right, you get your house appraised that you're going to buy, and then depending on that price, you can either back out or that valuation of the house, you can back out, or you can essentially buy the house. If it appraises for higher than what you agreed to buy it for, you have to put up the cash because the bank will not finance you, right? Basically the same situation with privately traded companies. OpenSea valued at $13.3 billion. If GameStop is entering the NFT marketplace, they could potentially, right, be half as valuable as OpenSea. I think that's pretty realistic. So due to this huge valuation that OpenSea has and what GameStop is going to create, that's where the value comes in. Excuse me. Got my COVID-19 vaccine today, baby. Slapping ass and kicking names. Let's go. It really depends on which side of Citadel you're seeing, the hedge fund or the market maker side. The market maker side is looking dismal, and the hedge fund side hasn't realized losses. Exactly. There we go, baby. Yeah, I mean, the market maker side is much more lucrative. You know, it's much more secretive. Hedge funds, you know, they have to document everything they do legally. Who knows? Shit, throw laws out the window. That's 2022 for you, 2021. But, you know, but yeah, the market maker side of the business is probably going to be okay. Unless AMC goes to thousands, like $100,000, they might have to pull money out from that side of the business. The hedge fund's done. The hedge fund, when this thing is said and done, the hedge fund segment of this trade will be destroyed. I am confident of that. There's a lot of shit going on. Fellas, ladies, and fellas. Oh, man, I'm excited, though. I'm so excited. Ooh. The funniest thing is, too, we called it out literally perfect. There's a method to it, and I think I figured it out, which is cool, which I'll go over that in just a minute. But yeah, it's looking very interesting. If you guys have not seen the video earlier, I highly recommend you guys definitely check that out. But it's almost comical. It's almost comical. They're gonna have to switch up their trading algorithms because we hit $20.80 per share December 14th. And that was right before, obviously, we went to this mega bounce. So if history repeats itself, right, short-term history, then we should see a lot of boom candles. But we hit $20.80 per share, and that is literally where we hit today. They're going to have to change something up. Maybe throw it off a couple pennies or something because, jeez. Woo. Also, short shares they haven't covered. What's your thought or insight on this? Thanks in advance. Market maker side has a ton of FTDs. Oh, yeah, that is 100% correct. They work together. GameStop hit all-time high. Okay, there's a lot of comments. Hello, scrappy childhood. So, How's it going? On the option expiration calendar, the third Friday is monthly equity index and cash settled currency options expiration date, and PM settled index option cease trading. Okay. GameStop hit all-time high of 1,000, right? GameStop hit an all-time high of about 350 to 400. I believe like 380 if I were to say, before they actually, disabled. I believe they disabled the buy button that when it was doing that. Your thought and insight on this? Oh, I think it adds a lot of value to the business in the future, because the stock market is a forward-looking instrument. So even though GameStop just announced a marketplace, due to the competition being valued at $13.3 billion, the markets are going to price in, I would imagine, half of the valuation as OpenSea. So that puts GameStop potentially going to $210 tomorrow. That's going to raise AMC as well, specifically coming at a great time where AMC is getting very involved in the NFT business. So it's benefiting both companies. I would say GameStop's probably going to benefit a little bit more, but AMC is ultimately going to be right behind it. Long term, I think AMC's got more potential in that aspect, but tomorrow specifically should be good. Definitely watch the video. Is gold. Yeah. So that's basically my thought or insight on this. I really want to get as many people as possible in here to go over my, it's not really a thesis. I mean, it kind of is. We've hit the last two mega bounces perfectly due to what I'm going to talk about with you guys here in a couple minutes. So I'm really excited for you guys to hear that. Maybe it'll make you guys a lot of money when the next mega bounce comes. And I don't know. I just call it a mega bounce because it happens on Fridays, sometimes Thursdays, but Fridays. And then Edward Morgan, baby. Appreciate your DD Big T. Appreciate you, man. You have been around for a long time. Well-known figure here. Appreciate you. Always look forward to your comments, responding back to you. That's what's up. Appreciate you. Showing love. Oh, man. Let's go. I forgot what I was saying. Edward just gets me excited, baby. I hope you guys are excited as I am, because tomorrow it's going to be very key. Let's take a look at the futures. The futures are looking great too. Not really that back and forth. When I checked them just an hour or so ago, at 6 o'clock, the NASDAQ was up 0.35%. So you're seeing a steady, a non-volatile futures, which is really good. Yesterday, they were very volatile back and forth. So it's looking like we're going to have a strong day overall, which should boast well for GameStop and AMC, baby. How we doing? Some people are getting so worried. And I just want to say, for the record here, right? For the record, love all you guys. Every single one of you. Whether you like AMC, you hate it, you want us to all lose money, I don't give a fuck. Fuck the shills. Fuck Citadel. Fuck all the market makers that route our order flow for their own profits. Fuck anybody that is against us here in this day and age. Because, man, I've been dealing with some shit in the comment section. Jeez. Do you think the next leg up will be one and the same as the MOA? So this next gamma will lead into the short and will be the ultimate squeeze. As much as I would like to say yes, that it would just, happen all at once, I honestly think it's going to be stages, right? I think if any, just for all of you guys out there, if somebody tells you we're going to go from 20 to 10,000, in a day or something, watch them if you guys want, but they're full of shit. They're not being honest with you, right? And that's all these videos are is for an opinion, an honest opinion. If I don't think you're being honest, I personally wouldn't watch that person. So with that being said, I think there's going to be stages. I'm not going to front with you guys. I think the first stage will likely be to about $100. We would come back down to those levels we tested in June, around $75, $80, and then we would make that next move up, whether it's a week or 3 months after that. That's how it's going to play out. Or we could go higher than that. That's just, my thoughts on it. Would I sell at 100? Hell no. Shit, hell no. I would rather take the loss than sell at 100. But that will also let people get out of their positions. People that only want $100 or $200, let them get out. Sure, fine. It doesn't matter. There's always somebody else to step in and take the other side of the trade. So hopefully that answered the question. I don't know. I'm pretty excited. So I get to talking, and then, got my average down to 21.26 now. Woohoo! Let's go. There we go. That's a good average. That's a really good average. Status quota, gotta go. F them all, baby. Let's go. The Depository Trust and Clearing Corporation is an American post-trade financial services company providing clearing and settlement service to the financial markets. It performs the exchange of securities on behalf of buyers and sellers and functions as a central securities depository by providing central custody of securities. Yup. I'm hoping it goes to $1 so I can buy in. Oh man. I don't think it could ever go to $1, to be honest. Trades made a video about the fundamental valuation that we potentially hit our fundamental valuation around $20. I didn't watch the whole video, but yeah, I've been saying that for a while now. I think the fundamental valuation would support between $20 and $30 per share. Why? Because they're innovating for the future. They're not just a theater trade at this moment. I think potentially 20, 30 years from now, AMC could be a conglomerate business, like a Berkshire Hathaway, with just different segments of many businesses involved into one. So it could be good. Obviously, we're not going to be in this for 30 years, but woo! Shit, honestly, if I knew I was going to make crazy amounts of money, I wouldn't even mind holding this thing for 10 years. If it came down to that, wouldn't even mind. I mean, I don't even bat an eye when we're down 5 or 10%. When your conviction level is that strong, you don't even give a shit how long it takes. Love the energy, love the show. We love you, baby. Carlos in the house. Edward in the house. We're seeing some familiar names. Scrappy Childhood. Dwayne Payne. Chris. Let's go. 3DP. Let's play. I see you all the time now, baby. Hope it doesn't go down in pre-market tomorrow. I mean, I highly doubt it would, and that's a thought that I had as well, and something that I do want to talk about too. If we pull this out to, we'll just do the 30-minute candlestick chart. You can see that this was substantially positive news. This was not your bullshit news that you get every so often, right? We've got a lot of news that hasn't done anything to the stock. Nothing. Now, this is actually news with dollar signs behind it, and I hope you guys realize the significance of this. It's not specifically for AMC. It is, but indirectly it is. GameStop, AMC, same strokes for same folks, right? For lack of better saying here. So they both will go up. All rising tide lifts all boats. Whatever. You guys get the idea. GameStop's going to be significantly higher valued after this announcement. So AMC, they've been in the NFT, getting into it. So I think it could be good. As far as what I was going to say, the 30-minute candlestick chart, you guys can see that we did see quite the 30-minute candle right here. 1.2 million shares that traded hands and 106,000 shares that traded hands the first 30 minutes. Why I actually think we will rally, and I'm not a financial advisor. I would not, ever recommend you guys go out and buy sell your shares or buy a bunch of options, whatever. Don't do that. That's not what I'm saying. But I do think we will see a continued rally due to the fact of this is relatively low volume. 1.2 million shares and 106,000 shares. That's really low volume, and this is substantial news. This is substantial news that should let us keep going. I think 7.3%. It wouldn't surprise me to close up over 15% tomorrow. Personally, had about 100 shares at $5. I wish I had bought about 1,000 looking back. Oh yeah. I bought shares at $5 too. That was the first time I got into the stock before like apes were a thing. Back, what was it, summer of 2020? Whenever it was trading at $5 before it started going to like bankruptcy talk. $5. Yeah, and I wish I had bought more too. Call, we will go through hell getting a real share of AMC, fill out the necessary forms and put in a frame and get in the mail. After MOS, I'm having AMC neon lights on the front of my house. There we go. They're going to be like, that guy hit it big on AMC. Damn right. I had a premonition, and I should have stuck with it just like I did with GME. Yeah. I did too somewhat. During the June rally, right before, I remember I was driving into work and I was looking at the $20 calls, and I'm like, should I just put $5,000 into them? That's what I was gonna do. This was when it first started to pop. I'm like, shit. Like $20 was the peak, and I just didn't do it, which is different from like premonition, but those moments, they really stick with you. I think that's kind of where we're at right now. They bought 777 shares for 21 each earlier today. I set a limit buy and went back to sleep last night, so I woke up with a good surprise. There we go. Baller in the house. Awesome. Mimo. I also have GME at $20 a share with 1K shares. Okay. Yeah, that's substantial. Shoot. I grabbed 50 $25 calls early in the day for pennies as a YOLO. Let's get it. No way. Oh man, 25, dude. You're gonna be sitting pretty nice. You're gonna be sitting really, really nice. And I bet they were cheap too. For tomorrow, get out of here. Pay the plug, bro. What could you have gotten? No, I gotta look into that, because that's ridiculous. I bet they were cheap, like really, really cheap. $25 by the end of the day. That was over a 10% move. Get out of here. Oh, I'm like, why is it not scrolling? Oh, jeez. $9. Oh my gosh. What's the price at right now? No, it's close to 25, ain't it? Maybe a little bit over 25. Right at that. Yeah, they're gonna print nice. Good job. Good hit on that. We're only a couple weeks away from the capital gains tax. It may not mean anything, but pay attention to pre-market the next couple of weeks. Yeah, taxes are a big driving factor of what markets do, for sure. I need 30 more shares for 600, trying to stay under my $31 average, but I rather it explode to $100 now. There we go. I'd like to see a gamma tomorrow. Yeah, that's the main concept of a mega balance, and we're gonna get into that just 1 second. I just want to read some of your guys' comments. You guys, be hit in the comment section. Hey Tyler, so you got in Dickman coming in, you're going to get incarcerated in about 9 months. Where do you think you could park your money till you got out asking for? Oh yeah, you asking for a friend, huh? No, I'm just playing. Depends. It's I'm gonna assume it's not financial. If it's not financial, I mean, you could just park it anywhere. If you like trust somebody. You could have, if you're an AMC, obviously, you could trust somebody to get out at a certain price, or, do what you gotta do, sell it off, put it in like the S&P 500. Appreciate you, man. Your conviction is contagious. Least I can do is throw you a like. Yeah, like the video if you guys have not already. All right, we're going to get into this. It's just like I believe we hit a double bottom daily chart and we're going to rip. Oh, yeah, we definitely did hit the double bottom. Could you explain Max Payne like I'm a 5-year-old? Oh, definitely. Basically what it is like the saying like Max Payne of where the most options will expire worthless, where everybody will lose the most amount of money. Basically the Max Payne. Which I was a huge skeptic of it for a while, but as I've like come to track it and figure out it seems to be more on point than it's not. You know, it seems to relatively close around that Max Payne more than it doesn't. Been eyeing out AVCT. Some short interest is hidden also on the option chain. It's also loaded on the 21st. Kind of weird. Yeah, you can actually make a lot of money. Make a lot of money off of market sentiment, of block trades and large option orders. That's what we've been doing. Shoot, 2 days. Well, tomorrow will be 2 trading days ago, but you know, essentially yesterday. I believe yesterday. I get my days mixed up. They be going so fast. But we hit Baba trades over 100%. Today, Facebook over 100%. Snapchat closed up like 35%, and it's up again in after hours. So that's gonna print really, really good. What other trades do we have? Lucid was a fire trade today. We got that right when it went positive for the day. We've been hitting a lot of nice trades in the buy and sell alerts. If you guys want to join that, that is should be in the description of the live. But I keep it really cheap so people are actually able to. I might actually drop the price too, just because I would do it for free if that was possible. But do you think the squeeze is? Oh, the squeeze ain't even started. We haven't started, baby. Brian P, let's go. I love your asking questions though. No, I don't think it's started. Someone said 70 was the squeeze. No, that wasn't that. Whoever. Okay, I don't want to like insult your family or whoever said that, but that was never a squeeze. We never squeezed then. We went from 20.36% short interest to 14.76% short interest. But what other people probably won't tell you, because sorry to say it, a lot of creators they don't know what they're talking about. I don't like to comment on it too much. Sometimes I have to, like today I had to. But your first depending on what the short interest is, your first couple percentage points, in this case, your first 25% of short interest that was covered from June 1st through June 30th, that's going to have the least biggest impact on the trade. Because after 5% of the short interest is covered, that's when you really start to see the price of the stock going crazy. That's when you start to see all of the traders jumping. That's when you start to see everything coming to fruition, and when shorts have to start paying more and are being forced to get out of their positions even faster, right? So that first 5% we seen in June was only 25% of the short interest that was actually covered. That was nothing. That was nothing. June was was nothing. Seriously. So AMC to 30 by tomorrow. That's certainly very realistic. I mean, I have a $35 call for January 14th. Honestly, in reality, if we do go to like low 30s, I might sell it out, take the profits, and buy one that's further out. But definitely 30 is 70 was FOMO. That wasn't even shorts covering. Like 5% short interest drop is pretty much nothing. Neo is nearing 27. That could be a decent king. Yeah, I love Neo as a business. It's great, right? 90% of the Chinese population, I think it's closer to 95% of China lives in apartments. You can't plug your car in an apartment. So battery as a service, that's genius. I can't personally invest in Chinese companies anymore until China is less communist, is less crazy. I just can't do it. You think our markets are fucked up? Head to China. Their shit's really fucked up. China, bro. I am not touching China with a pole, with a fucking 100-foot pole, million-foot pole. I can't touch it. But Neo is a great business if you have the appetite for big swings, potentially going down to $10 or up to 100. Small percentage of your portfolio could be good, but definitely not overweighted in it. Any idea what we're looking at tomorrow? Any chance of a gamma? Okay, yeah, I'm gonna get into this this whole situation. I keep forgetting. Got a lot of things on my mind. When AMC just pops like that in after hours, a lot of thoughts come to mind. But essentially, right, this will help you guys in the future. So, what I did, like not tooting my own horn, hopefully this will make you guys a lot of money in the future, is essentially what I've been doing this whole time. You've seen patterns, technical patterns. You've seen the data all line up for a rally multiple times. Can't tell you exact dates, but since June, you've seen it happen plenty of times. And it just hasn't happened. It would come and go. We would drop 5% on the day that should have been a breakout. So I've been, behind the scenes trying to figure out like what can give us a glimpse into what is going to happen. And this whole mega bounce situation is like gamma. The biggest part of this is with the option chain. And that's exactly what happened. We called out the bounce on Friday, December 17th to a T. I was making videos the whole week. Literally, I put my neck out on the line, but we were 100% right? We went up like 20%. So what this thesis is essentially where there is a ton of options that are out of the money, very little that are in the money, but there's also a lot of puts that are in the money compared to out of the money. So basically a full-on bearish sentiment. We only had like 2% of the total call activity being calls in the money heading into tomorrow without this bounce, right? Only about 2,400 calls that are in the money, about 99,000 that are out of the money. Same thing on the put side. Not as crazy, overweight to the bearish side like we've seen on the calls because obviously the stock's been going down, but only 24,500 puts that are in the money, and out of the money puts at almost 19,000. So what it essentially does is when you can see the price going up of AMC on Thursday, but more specifically on Friday, you see instant hedging and de-hedging. So on the put side, I'm sure you guys probably know, if the puts are in the money on Friday morning and they run out of the money, the market makers have to de-hedge that essentially short position they have by buying shares on the open market. So that's a source of buying power. Write that off. Source of buying power on the put side. On the call side, when you're substantially overweight to calls that are out of the money compared to in the money, you could see a rapid price increase. But the key is it's not just dependent on the option chain. There has to be at least one other factor that is bullish for the stock, whether it's technicals, whether it's fundamentals, whether it is something else. It can't just be the options because they will hold the stock down as much as they want to. That's pretty much a fact. And that's exactly what we've seen back here. Before this mega bounce theory, we had seen a decent bounce from $20.80 per share to $25, went down a little bit, and then on Friday we ripped. But we had that indication, we had that bullish pattern that started to form, and the same thing going on, as we're looking at right now with the option chain, but on a bigger scale because that was December 17th. And same thing right now is we're looking at, inverse head and shoulders, a lot of bullish things we've been talking about for a while now. So we do have a bit of bullish sentiment. And specifically, my theory about the video that I put out today was we had the same bounce off the same penny as what we seen back here before the mega bounce happened. So essentially, if you have this option activity set up just like this, and you guys can do this on your own, Stonko Tracker, look that up. You can do this all on your own. And honestly, I think it's worth it in these situations. I should have played this, but I just didn't because I already have an option. But yeah, that's basically the key, is the overweighted bearish sentiment leading into Friday, because all of that instantly de-hedge for and hedge for. So I think that's the key. I mean, we've been right on the last two, and they have both happened on Friday. I mean, today, after hours on Thursday, I consider that Friday because we're going to open up likely at the same price that, we closed Thursday. But even on Thursday, it's the same, pretty much the same concept of, instant hedging and de-hedging. But also, don't let me get too ahead of myself. It also has to do with how close a significant amount of contracts are to going into the money, and same thing on the put side of contracts going out of the money. So you've seen like 0 open interest, 1,000 for open interest at the $20 strike on the call side. That's the highest, right? 200, 700, 100, almost 200, 120 for open interest, 24 for open interest. Those are extremely low numbers. So basically all of this 100,000 or 99,000 calls that are out of the money are like, there's virtually none that are in the money. Said that weird, but they're just out of the money. So as soon as we open, tomorrow, if the de-hedging or the hedging essentially with the call side didn't happen here in after hours, which some of it probably did, you're going to instantly see that at market open, because the market makers, the last thing they're going to do is lose money by being a market maker. That's not the purpose of being a market maker. The purpose is to provide liquidity, to make sure you can always go in and buy an option contract, even though there's not always going to be a retail investor or an institutional investor that is willing to sell a call or a put at a certain price. So that's the market maker's job, so they don't lose money. Market makers, they will not lose a substantial amount of money. So you see all of this activity that is just out of the money. Like at the $30 strike, you're seeing 20,000 for open interest. 10,000 right here, 8,300, 11,000, 7,000, 4,000, 2,500. You get the idea. So a lot of activity just out of the money. And that's what causes these mega bounces. But it can't just be the option activity. It has to be something else too. But you have to have that option activity. So down tomorrow. You're some dude, every single time we go into a bullish pattern we get pushed. Bearish happens every time. Yeah, that is true, but we don't get catalysts that are this large of a dollar amount all the time, right? So GameStop in specific, with OpenSea's valuation being this high, the markets are going to price in my opinion, at least 50% of OpenSea's value right away. Because they're going to say, hey, GameStop NFT marketplace will likely be 50% of what OpenSea is, which is probably very fair to say. So that would add $6 billion in market cap. That would almost be double the market cap of GameStop. You don't get catalysts like that every day. You don't get catalysts like that too often at all. So I guess it's a little bit different. It's not your typical, catalyst that goes up and comes down, a movie ticket. Dude, the movie numbers, apparently in the eyes of financial media, this 20% move December 17th was because of the Spider-Man numbers. Like, we know it's a lot deeper than that. If that did a 20% move, imagine what this is going to do. I wish they would have actually partnered with AMC on this, but they obviously didn't. But it's still going to benefit AMC, not as much as GameStop, to be honest with you guys. But it potentially could. I mean, it honestly wouldn't surprise me if they're pretty much matched up throughout the whole day tomorrow, as far as, price action. Because GameStop, they have their things going for them, but AMC has a much larger community, in my personal opinion. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm just too involved in AMC's community, but it looks like AMC has a lot bigger community. So it should be good. It should be good. How are we feeling? What's the price predictions? What's going to happen tomorrow? You guys trading options? You guys got the options? Oh, what's futures doing, actually? See? Look at that, baby. bonds are down, if bonds are down tomorrow, that should be really good too. Because this is what has been fueling our sell-off. And I love Angelo. I actually agree with most of what he says more than a lot of, other people. I shouldn't really say that, but, I generally agree with what he says. I think, generally speaking, he's correct most of the time. But, the markets don't care about inflation. They care about interest rates. And the bonds going up, the 10-year Treasury bond has been skyrocketing. Skyrocketing, guys. So this is really what to pay attention to. If the Treasury yields actually go down, that's going to be more bullish than anything else. Because this is really what your mortgage rate revolves around. This is what more or less your loans you get is going to actually revolve around. Because when you go get a loan, interest rates, the federal funds rate is at 0%. You ain't getting a loan for 0%. You're getting a loan for higher than 1.7%. Likely 2 to 3% for a mortgage. Well, for a mortgage, you're probably paying, 3% at least. That's what I got mine. I got a good credit score, so. But yeah, just watch this. If you guys want to know, intraday what's going to happen, pay attention to, it's called TLT. It's the 20-year Treasury bond. That's the way the markets track bonds in basically stock form. So pay attention to that. If we start to actually go up with TLT, could be good. But TLT going down means the yields is going up, which you do not want yields going up. Oh, what's going on with Bitcoin? What's going on with Bitcoin? Oh, no. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Are we cratering? Are we going? Lucid lands? Come on. Bitcoin. Oh, shit. What the? Oh, what's going on, bro? What's going on? Hold on. Let's watch the beautiful lines. Okay, I gotta go to Google. Yahoo sucks. No, when I'm watching crypto crash like that, I like to see all the buys and sells coming through really fast. And they actually won't let me get a damn Coinbase Pro account. They won't accept my ID for whatever reason. It's not expired, but 2460 for AMC. All crypto is tanking. What does this mean for SQQQQQ? It just depends. Hard to say. Future whale 2 of 30. Next leg up 260. Oh, come on. Quit playing with me. Okay, I can't get the crackhead shit going on right now. I'll just go to freaking TradingView. Jeez. Oh, yeah. We're getting clapped. Clippity clapped. From 42, almost 43,000. Yeah, that's about what, $1,000 move down. A little bit over 1,000. Someone needs a short. Yeah. I think crypto is. 70-ish% of all crypto trading activity is done by institutions. And you see these flash crashes periodically. Quite often, actually. Nowadays, quite often. December 21st. Chew. That was a really big one. I wonder. Oh, shit. Yo, hell nah, bro. Okay, I'm tripping out. I still was on the 1 hour. Oh, man. That's tough for a lot of people that are in crypto. That's good. Maybe they'll cover their short position now. What do you think this crypto sell-off means? I think it means a rush to liquidity trying to get out. I mean, we did get numbers just, I believe 2 days ago about new crypto accounts being open and like existing accounts. It fell substantially. So people are thinking less retail is actually trading crypto, which I don't necessarily think or like less retail is actually holding crypto. I don't think that's the case. I think people just kind of, stimulus is gone. There's not as much money out there just to buy crypto because, oh my God, you've seen it on TikTok, on Facebook, of people that have never invested $1 in their life buying Doge and all these other cryptos. So I think it's somewhat common, but yeah, I think it's definitely a liquidity grab. Just trying to get his dollars. Because you guys got to think, a lot of the market is heavily shorted right now. Heavily shorted. Most things are heavily shorted. AMC price prediction tomorrow. I mean, I would think, considering the news, and we've seen a lot of news come and go before, but this actually has billions, like dollar signs, like billions of dollars of potential behind it. So I do think it will boost us up. A high of 30 wouldn't surprise me. Even a high of 35 wouldn't surprise me. Would I, go out and buy contracts that expire tomorrow for thousands of dollars? No, not a chance in hell. That's, you got to be smart with it. And I'm sure a lot of you guys are just holding it anyways. But yeah, 30, 35, if this thing gets crazy, 30, 40% move, possible. You guys got to think, GameStop's valuation pretty much just went up 50%. If OpenSea is valued at $13.3 billion, consider half of that is going to go straight to AMC's market cap and GameStop's market cap, and they're only valued at $10 billion. So that's a potential, $5 to $6 billion increase to GameStop's market cap. That's over 50%. So it's going to raise up AMC as well. And, I think there's a lot more manipulation that goes on day to day with AMC. Just because, there's GameStop's float is a lot less. So it's a lot harder to actually, get away with manipulating GameStop. It's easy to see if there's 1 million shares that trade hands every day, if you're manipulating 100,000 of them compared to AMC. So I think it's going to be good. I think it's going to be really, really good. And I might actually, do some option day trades. Who knows? Might get a little crazy with it. If you guys want those trades, there is a link in the description to get access to that. We've been killing it. We've been destroying it in that community. So that's on you guys. What's up, brother? Cal, always good to see you. Financial Journey. That's your Lucid guy right there. You guys invest in Lucid. That's your man. Players are taking out to move it down, then take payment for backdoor agreements in crypto, put their money back in and move it back up. Yeah, there's a lot of backdoor, I don't want to say contracts because they're obviously not like written out contracts more than likely, but a lot of backdoor agreements that are made with crypto especially. Look at Squid Coin. Straight up rug pulled. Nobody knows who that was. You can get away with a lot more in crypto. That's why I'm kind of skeptical of you like that? We ride it, Don. But what I was saying, yeah, you can't really prove that much in crypto unless you get straight up caught with like messaging about colluding or something. But yeah, we ride it, Don. The War for the Planet of the Apes is one of my favorite movies of all time, so that is pretty coincidental. I ended up being an ape in AMC, and that's also been my favorite movie. One of my favorites since it came out. Felt like a worthy title, to say the least. The voice text, do you think we piggyback off GME's announcement? Oh, definitely. But I don't think it's really piggybacking per se, because AMC has been getting a lot more into NFTs. If AMC had never done anything with NFTs, then sure, I definitely would say it's straight up piggybacking. But AMC has been doing a lot, and they've also set it up very strategically. I wouldn't be surprised at all. I, in fact, almost know for a fact that AMC knew this was coming. I mean, Adam Aron said on this last earnings call that they've been in communications. But I wouldn't be surprised if that's the reason why AMC has essentially declared that they will get a royalty off the sales from their NFTs. You know, if they start issuing them for multiple movies for any reason, maybe that's why he wants to get rid of the debt covenants. He literally said in a tweet not long ago. And by the way, if you guys have not liked the video or followed me on Twitter, check that out, The Creative Investor, linked in the, top comment of most of my videos. Now, Adam Aron, we might have to go back to check this out, but it would not surprise me if the reason he is saying this, this tweet about the covenants, people are saying, he's gonna raise shares. I never thought that was the case anyways. Where is it? Yeah, it's not down that far. We are always thinking of creative ways to make AMC's future more secure. If we can, in 2022, I'd like to refinance some of our debt to reduce our interest expense, push out some debt maturities by several years, and loosen covenants. There's likely a covenant that says, hey, you cannot raise capital, so-and-so in the form of an NFT, right? These documents, these bond agreements can be hundreds of pages of long of different things you can and can't do, right? Because everybody wants to get paid at least their initial investment back plus a little bit extra. So it wouldn't surprise me if they have been planning this for a very long time, and they maybe have a plan to issue NFTs from their own business and sell them on the marketplace. Would not surprise me. People are so worried about issuing shares. That's never been a concern from Adam Aron. Look at the cash they have. $1.6 billion. Teaser helping AMC. Oh, yeah, definitely. Look at AMC on the hour and zoom out towards from June till now. There's a weird band before we rip. Yeah, I went over that in the video earlier today too. You've literally seen a double bottom down to the penny. $20.80 per share back here December 14th. $20.80 per share here today. But you also see these double bottoms that happened before January and in June. If you do, yeah, pull it out. Probably don't have to go to 1 hour. Oh, shit. Damn it, Weeble. Always fucking me up. Yeah. You can obviously see the double bottom patterns that happened right before the June rally. Like, it's very obvious. Maybe God damn it. Technical difficulties. Fucking hate Weeble's chart sometimes. See, okay, I'm not on the right, whatever. Fuck it. But there's double bottoms that were going on right here. I went over it in the other video. If you guys really want to see it, check it out. But, yeah, there was a lot of double bottoms. Well, one very clear one before June as well as January. So that's the scoop on that. I don't want to take too much time just to fucking scroll through Weeble because I fucking hate their charts. Need to get on TradingView, but they irritate me too. So yeah. But yeah. Yo, what's up for pre-market? Pre-market. Oh man, pre-market should be good. We've seen very low volume today in after hours. Relative to what we usually see, right? It was large, very large. But in the grand scope of volume with AMC, very small. Couple million shares that traded hands. But, that can do a lot of damage in after hours. We're going to have to see in the morning. But I do think it's going to be really good in pre-market. Because I don't think this was shorts covering. From what I've seen on StockTwits, what I've seen on the Weeble comment section, what I've seen on Twitter, everybody was going crazy, which you should, right? If our stock starts to go up like that in after hours, you should go crazy. But I've seen a lot of people saying, hey, I'm buying right now. A lot of that volume, considering only a couple million for volume in after hours, was probably a lot of retail investors buying. It was probably not a lot of shorts covering. And the market makers, I believe it's statistically impossible to have seen, if we pull this out to the options, to see the kind of hedging that would have had to happen. But we could do some rough math here, right? So 2,500 for open interest at the $23 strike, which is well in the money, as well as the $24 strike. That's about 400,000 rough math here. 400,000 plus 250,000. What's that? 650,000 shares that would have had to been bought by the market makers in after hours. Right there. 650,000. That's straight to market makers. If they decided to hedge the $25 call, that would have been, let's do 650 plus, what's the 25 at 8,300? So that's plus 830. So that's potentially 1.48 million shares that had to be bought by just the market makers in after hours. So considering that in retail, I don't think shorts covered whatsoever. Maybe some small ones, there's always going to be smaller hedge funds with like 1,000 shorted shares or something. But the big guys that are going to do all the damage, didn't happen. So it's looking good. It's looking good, baby. On GameStop also 15 shares. There you go. Buy more options, not financial advice. Yeah, once you start to see rallies like this, options help more than actually, buying the stock. I should kind of reword that because they both help. But if you have options that run into the money, if you bought an option for $100 and you force the market makers to buy 100 shares, it's a little bit different than obviously buying the stock and holding it because you're not restricting the flow. As soon as the market makers can offload those shares, they're going to do so. But temporarily, buying shares will actually push the stock up more, or buying options will push the stock up more than actually buying shares. Hopefully that made some sense to you guys. But by and large, obviously options is not going to cause a short squeeze, but it can help a lot in the day-to-day, in the shorter term, right? Like call sweeps. With other stocks. They'll go up 5 to 10% depending on what their average volume is, just because a bunch of people purchase options really fast. Straight up green line. It's because of, options force market makers to hedge a lot of shares really, really fast. When do you predict short squeezes? When do you predict the short squeeze? When do I predict the short squeeze? I think it's going to be in stages, right? So I think you're going to see, your first stage. You could argue about it, all you really want with amongst each other, but $100, 200, we would see it chill out for a second, come back down for a bit, chill out a little bit, and then make the next move up. As far as when, I still think my price prediction has been for a couple weeks now, $60 by the end of January, if not February, or higher. But 60 seems very reasonable in my opinion. It's looking very good heading into tomorrow, though. Do you think sub 20 is still in the cards? No way. I was saying yesterday and, days before that when we were starting to go down that it was going to be very hard either way to push us under 20. Just because, the fundamental valuation, you can make a fundamental case that it's worth $20 per share. Hedge funds, institutions, they've been buying the stock 10 times faster in November and December as we have been falling. Certainly not only at $20 per share, in the 30s, in the high 20s. They've been buying at a 10x faster rate. I think it's safe to say the fundamental valuation is at least at $20 per share. And after this double bottom that we've seen on the same exact penny as December 14th, it's safe to say we're not going under 20. Like, you have suffered, not financial advice, totally could be wrong, but you have suffered the worst of it already. So find comfort in that. Hopefully you do. So should I buy a good option? Not financial advice, but if you were to buy an option, I like to go at least a week out, if not a month out. Well, on Thursdays, my best trades come on Thursdays, like today, the 6th. I have been buying the next week options. So if like all my trades today that I put on Lucid, on Facebook, on Snapchat, all these trades that were already 30 to 100% winners for the day are going to likely open up substantially higher because you have that day and then you have the next week. So I likely, like to do the Thursdays, sell out on Fridays. Sometimes I'll hold them, but yeah, not financial advice. But it does help the movement a lot if you can get them to go into the money without risking too much. So, tomorrow, if you can get them at cheap prices, sometimes, it'll take a second to really start gassing in the morning. Unless we just open up like 10 or 20% higher, then it could be a really good opportunity. And that's what I'm going to be looking for, honestly, is probably just one option. I already have enough exposure in shares, trust me. But if I can make, and I have one option already, the $35 strike for January 14th, and I'm down like 80% on it. So if I can buy or even add to that, I might because it's so cheap. But yeah, definitely, if there's that arbitrage opportunity, I'm definitely going to take it. My $45 calls for 128, then I'm down 8%. I have some hope. Yeah, huh? Yeah, you'll, due to the volatility, your $45 calls, if we, me personally, I certainly wouldn't sell them right in the morning unless you see like a huge crater, right? But the best time to sell calls I've found personally is peak volume. So either by like noon, by like 11:30 noon, or by like 3:30 at the like lunchtime or the end of the day. That's when you're going to get the most premium out of your calls. But don't get FOMO. By all means, if you can get your money back and break even on it and you want to get out of it, do not get FOMO if you sell out at noon and the stock is rallying at the end of the day. Do not buy back in. And I'm just telling you that for your own sake, because it's never pretty when you do that. Which AMC could, obviously I'm not counting AMC out, but we have the weekend coming up. Monday is actually statistically our strongest day, though. out of the week, Mondays, we are more green than not on Mondays. So it could be really good. Could be really good. My guy with the $50, $25 calls, though, expiring tomorrow. That's going to be nutty. Dude, I hope you are still in here. If you are in here and I don't remember exactly what your name was, you know who you are. You got those $50, $25 calls that expire tomorrow. Tag me on Twitter. I want to see your gain on that if you are still in here and you are hearing me. Forget what your name is. My apologies. I have AMC on 3 different trading accounts for stocks. Yeah, me too. I have it on a bunch. Yeah, DWAC ran a lot as well. What's your thoughts? They have nothing really to do with GME and AMC. DWAC is the best performing SPAC of the year. So, all time maybe, but for sure the year. And yeah, they ran a lot. And you just got to be careful. We did find that bottom with DWAC, and I traded it. I only bought 10 shares, but I made like $800 on this trade or something stupid off of like $200. Maybe it was more than that. Something like that. $800 to $1,000 off 10 shares. It was crazy. But you just got to be careful because you never know how it's going to be sliced up once it actually does start to trade as Truth Social, or I'm not even sure exactly what it is. Each share could get a smaller percentage than what you'd think, right? So SPACs are weird because it's basically buying a part of the company, but you could only be buying 5% of the company to take it public. And then in that case, you could get screwed on it. But it could be a good trade. Or a good long-term investment. I wouldn't consider a SPAC a long-term investment, though, unless you're willing to, lose 60% before it comes back, Eric Powell, is Cash App bad for keeping AMC on? yeah, I personally don't have any stocks on Cash App. I'm just not not really a huge fan of it. Why I'm new as shit to all this. My dad just gave me 10 shares for Christmas. All I've been trying to learn and took interest. Oh yeah, dude. Let me speak to you like one on one, but not, because I'm over here doing my thing and you're over there doing your thing. But once you get into this, if you have a slight like urge to want to learn this, don't stop. Don't stop. Keep learning as much as you can. You'll never stop learning. Sorry to break it to you. If you don't know this, you will never learn everything. There will always be something else for you to learn. I've been learning this for almost 5 years now, every single day, nonstop. I hardly listen to music, like, to put that into perspective, and I still don't know everything. No more than the average person. Well, no more than your average tuber, but not everything. But just stick with it. It'll change your life. What price prediction here for AMC? If I were to throw out a range, 30 to 35 would not surprise me. Just because of the dollar amount of, essentially value that was created due to this announcement. Started trading breakdown on BBIG. I believe it's penny stock. I don't really, deal with stuff like that, especially right now. Just not my cup of tea. I believe it's because I'm really a long-term investor. I have many other stocks just besides. See, yeah, and stuff like this. If it's making a profit, sure, you can invest in it. I doubt this is actually making a profit per share though, making a net profit. So I wouldn't touch it, unless it has big long-term growth potential. And then there's a lot of other factors to go into. I don't want to give you some kind of, that's something like in the buy and sell alerts community that, we can talk about more, if that ever comes down to it. But it's really hard to just throw, a breakdown. As far as a trade, though, anything can happen. Started trading last year because of CCIV. There you go, brother. CCIV was a fun time when that was going crazy. I bought in at 17, sold out at 55. Made a video about it. One of my first videos. It's still live, and you'd probably laugh because I'm just, not the same quite. But I made a video about it. It's gonna crash. Dangers for CCIV, I believe it's called, and it got like twice the amount of dislikes as likes. Literally 2 days later, the stock fell 45%. And people come back, they're like, damn, you called that perfectly. It was like, I was hoping somebody would pick up what I was putting down. JP, howdy, all you good people. Sierra the Noob, always showing love, baby. There we go. They better cover quick. They're going to be FOMO tomorrow. Oh, definitely. Man. Institutions are probably going to be buying this thing tomorrow because your best case and your worst case scenario is much different than where you were at in the 40s and the 50s, and institutions were still adding to their positions in that price range. So to get this kind of news and being under $25 makes a lot of sense to buy the stock. Do you think a hedge fund covered in after hours? No, we just did the math on it. The market makers, if they likely hedged out the $25 calls as well, even though I believe we're slightly out of the money from that. If they hedged out if they had hedged out the $23, $24, $25 strikes, basically the open interest, because they'll have to be instantly hedged for, then that was roughly about 1.5 million shares they would have to buy. And if you look at the activity in after hours, it's more than that. You have 106,000 right for volume right there, 1.25 million shares right there, 1.25 right there, 400,000 right there, and then it drops off again. So, but considering that the 1.5 million shares market makers had to buy, and then the retail activity, I don't know if you guys were looking at it. But me personally, I've seen a ton of people saying just bought more shares, buying more, those kind of comments. Stock Twits was going crazy, just nuts. You couldn't even read the comments because people were going crazy, which was really cool and really exciting. But when you add retail and the market makers hedging activity that had to happen in after hours, no, shorts didn't cover. Smaller ones maybe, 1,000 shares here, 1,000 shares there, 5,000, 10,000 here. Yeah, but nothing that's going to even show up in Ortex or move the needle at all. No, not in a substantial way. To sum that down. I pray that my April 14th at $28 call contract will change my life for the better. Well, there you go. Shoot, $28. That should get crossed tomorrow, depending what you paid for it. You should be profitable on it, I would imagine, tomorrow. I don't have shares, brother. I just got 2 options. I'm already up 1,300% after this run. I don't know if I sell in the morning. Decisions. It doesn't expire until the 21st. I would look to get your initial investment back. If you depending on what brokerage you're on, you can like ghetto spread, or it's called legging into a vertical spread. If you want to look into that, just type it in Google or YouTube. Or I actually have a video on it, but I did it through Robinhood, so like a year ago when I was showing that. Yeah, definitely. So this Ski Perez, there we go. Thank you for answering. You bet. Much love from the South Bronx, baby. Shout out to Bronx. I'm in Michigan myself, so we are not too far away. A little bit, but not too far. Crypto being liquidated to cover shorts. Very possible. Very possible they are. It's still dumping? Is it still dumping? No, not really. But yeah, it is possible. That they are definitely trying to get money ready, because you don't want to get caught in a bad situation. You always want to be ready. I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, crypto is really not bouncing. You're seeing a very bearish pattern on the 1 minute forming. If you don't see a substantial bounce back up to at least 4,200 or 42,000 flat, you're going to see another leg down. I would put my money on seeing another leg down, but crypto is very volatile, though. Calls tomorrow? Yeah, I mean, me personally, if I can get in beforehand, like if we have a delay, right, like we seen during this 20% day or so that we were talking about on the channel for a while, December 17th, there was like probably a 10 to 15 minute period in the beginning of trading where AMC was like flat on the day. We can actually pull it up. If you see something like that, that could be a huge opportunity with options. Fuck you. See, the 17th right here. There was, this is the 15-minute candlestick chart. Yeah, so pretty much exactly what I just said. First 15 minutes, you were actually slightly negative on the day. And then we started to go crazy. So if you see something like that, where it's chill in the beginning, I don't think it will be. If it is, could be a huge opportunity. Either way, I might just, YOLO something, but not financial advice. Do you think I'm aiming for new all-time highs, then I'm out and happy? Hey, whatever, whatever floats your boat. I think all-time highs is easy. That's not even a short squeeze. All-time highs, that's not. I mean, you didn't even see shorts covering in June. 25% of the short interest was covered during this rally. Imagine what 50% would do, or 75% would do. But whatever your personal goals are, I'm not here to argue with that. Unusual whales, I have before, like 6 months ago, and they weren't as developed. I've taken a look at it probably a couple months ago, and looked at it a couple times, but I don't really use it on a day-to-day. I follow them on Twitter, but that's a little bit different. I love watching Crypto tank. 3,600 shares holding since January. Thank you for your content. Thank you, Brandon Meyer. Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you guys coming out and showing love, rallying the troops. We get ready for takeoff, baby. Got some generous super chats going tonight, too. Edward Morgan, if you're still here, shout out to you. And Sierra the Noob. I love watching crypto tanking. Yeah, crypto is in the danger zone. Like, you really need to get, like, at least, I would imagine, to this top wick of this candle before you're really in, like, a better place. You're kind of chill. You're not looking so hot right now. Definitely a bearish pattern that's going on. What crypto will you suggest to invest in? New at this, and I just dumped 2K on AMC not knowing anything about stocks. Well, do you like stocks? If you like stocks, you like investing, you like the potential wealth you can create longer term, one, learn as much as you can like I did. I don't know how old you are. It doesn't really matter, but just learn as much as you can. As far as, investing in, when you say the word investing, I think of 5 to 10 years, and you're not going to touch it. For a short-term trade that's going to make you a lot of money, I'm not the guy to ask you for that. But if you want to learn how to get rich, what to buy in 5 or 10 years, I can help you there. And that's easy. That's Ethereum. The title of your stream got me here. I was hoping it got some of you guys going because we are riding at dawn. We are riding at dawn, baby. Let's go. Yeah, you do these streams every night, 10 to 11, kind of to wrap up the day, go over news, questions, futures, all that good stuff. And nobody streams at night. So if you guys are ever in the mood to get the scoop on the day, you can always stop by here. SH, from another familiar face. XRP is a hidden gem. The lawsuit is almost over. Yeah, XRP is interesting. Sadie. Dog's fucking crazy. Yeah, dollar cost average is your best friend too. Yeah, I see a lot of people though talking about Sadie. I see a lot of people talking about XRP too. Sadie, stop! Jesus Christ. Yeah, well, like I was saying, a lot of people talk about XRP. I like to stay away from lawsuits and any of that, but they are established. They've been around a long time. It's not like you're gonna get rug pulled like Squid Coin. Sadie, stop! Fuck. She's always gotta try to attack something outside when I'm streaming. Crypto is a set it and forget it, look back in 12 months. Well, you could theoretically see crypto down for over 12 months. You look back in 5 or 10 years, and you're going to be substantially better off than where you are now. 34 years old. Thanks for that info. Oh, yeah. 34. You're young, baby. 40 is the new 20. Come on. Oh, we might get the dump on crypto. Oh, no? A little rebounder? That could be the dump. Oh, David Johnson in the house. Tyler, I heard. Oh, we're giving out free Bud Light tonight. I'm late. I'm almost out. Only another case in the ice box. Man, I would love one right now. My mom actually got me these things. Oh, this shit is gross. Don't ever drink this. 99 butterscotch, 99 proof, like 50%. Gross. Terrible. Like rubbing alcohol. Show the pupper. I would, but my camera. Oh no, I definitely will in a video or something. 24-year-old fool. No doubt. No more camera squeeze. We need a mother squeeze. There we go. Brian P. We need a mother squeeze. I like it. Does on Mars get you some? I've seen a lot of people talking about that. I have not done my proper due diligence on that. Oh, there's the crypto dump. I told y'all we are not safe yet. Damn it. They're liquidating for these margin calls. Fuckers. Damn it. No. Watching crypto fall is exciting. There we go. We called it again. Oh, fuck. Jeez. We're getting destroyed low key on crypto. What from, jeez, just what, like an hour and a half ago at about 43,000. Now we're down about 2,000. That's a decent dump right there. That's bigger than this one. In New Mexico when I was working there, 99 cents a little bottle. Ugh. What AMC doing? AMC up 7.39% here in the after hours. Probably open up. Wouldn't even surprise me, up over 10%, 15%. Jeez, this is definitely, I think, correlated somewhat to AMC, GME. And like I was saying earlier, a lot of hedge funds are significantly short on the markets. So if they didn't properly hedge out for even like the futures, I believe they should still be positive. Oh, geez, yeah, they're kind of coming down a little bit. But if they didn't properly hedge out, then they could get smacked around a little bit. The dumps going off, yeah, and that doesn't help at all, because once people get alerted, they instantly try to sell. Is Zip Trader Charlie your landlord? No. Zip Trader Charlie? No. I actually I'm going on my third rental property in February-ish. But no. That'd be cool if he was. Definitely wouldn't mind. Hedges need their liquidity. China bonds are zero. That too. I mean, and there's a lot of fraudulent shit that happens in crypto too. You know, don't ever be fooled. There's a reason unregulated crypto markets is, in my personal opinion, is not a great thing, because obviously Squid Coin, all this, your Bitcoin, Ethereum, all that's relatively safer, but still, it's still manipulated a lot. Like, the day that crypto actually starts to get regulated to some extent, not like stocks, but some extent of regulation, that's when crypto explodes, in my personal opinion. Because me personally, I don't want to invest in any startup or shitcoin like Dogelon Mars unless Elon is the fucking founder of that. I'm not investing in it, because you could get rug pulled at any second. I don't care who the management is, unless they are a public figure and like you could call up their management team or their office. I'm not investing in it. But yeah, crypto is interesting. I want to buy more Ethereum. I was actually gonna buy Ethereum at like $300 right after the crash in 2020. Looking back now, I mean, hindsight's a motherfucker. Hey man, just joined. Don't know if you covered this, but it seems Jamie run up. Is he not caused by NFT announcer? It was the FTDs being covered. They came up with an article to cover the big news. Thoughts? It's definitely possible. I think that could be part of it, but I definitely think it's the article. And the biggest thing, I don't know if you guys will hear this in another video or not, and if you guys have been here, for a while, it's the valuation of OpenSea. OpenSea's the best known NFT marketplace, was recently valued at $13.3 billion. So consider GameStop could be half of the value of OpenSea. I think that's kind of conservative. I think GameStop will do very well in an NFT marketplace. There's definitely room for competition. So if they're valued at $13.3 billion, then half of that valuation is $6.5 billion. And GameStop's market cap is $10 billion. So that means potentially, we did the calculation earlier, GameStop could go to $200 $210 tomorrow, just based off of 50% of OpenSea's valuation. Even if it's less than that, you still could go to, 180, 190 pretty easily. So I think there's just a large dollar amount behind this catalyst, this news. But I think that definitely could be part of it, but not the biggest part, if that makes sense. In my opinion. Shit, what do I know? I'm impressed with the knowledge many of you young people have in the market. Yeah, Don Flash. Me personally, I can't speak for everybody. I like it. It sounds stupid. It sounds like retarded. But as soon as I realize the potential of the markets, if you want to get rich, you head into the markets in some way or another, right? Unless you break your back every day, you invest. And once I figured that out before my 18th birthday, I was hooked. Learned everything I could. And you need the knowledge to be able to do things. Like, we could talk trading strategies, we could talk fundamentals, long-term valuation, we could talk about all these things. But if you're passionate about it, you just learn as much as you can. But yeah, I mean, I don't personally nobody I know is invested in the markets, like in my personal life. Well, wrong. There's one other person that I know, and he's the business owner of my former employee or former job. He's the owner of that. So yeah, but it's not very common. Like, you guys in here, you guys are special in that sense. A lot of people are not in the markets. Most people are not. And if you've stuck around, then you're gonna do big things. You're gonna do big things, no matter what age you are. Fucking age. 40's the new 20. 60's the new 40. I don't. Yeah, Bitcoin's chilling out, but you're still not getting You're not getting a good bounce. You're not getting a good bounce. I mean, 40,000 is gonna be like your low, and I don't think it would really hit that. You'd need to see a big sell-off, but you're not really seeing that strong bounce every time it gets rejected, and it's still in this downward trend. Could be interesting. Yeah, I mean, seriously. Definitely some special people in here. Most people, they'll ask me questions like in my personal life, and I'll like give them the answer, the educated answer. Like, people ask me like, oh, what should I invest in? Like, there's this girl at the other job, because dude, I'm a cook at a restaurant too. Like, it doesn't pay for shit, but I've been there for a long time, and I love working with the people that I do. And I was a real estate agent. I own rentals, do this, but it doesn't pay for shit, really. And there's this one girl that's getting $60,000 from a car accident. She's like, "What should I invest in?" I'm like, "Well, look, think. What do you think will be a bigger company in the future than it is today?" And that's as simple as it is, 60 the new 40, baby. Hell yeah. And yeah, but once you get to talking to people about it, you can tell really quick if they're like not interested in it. And I mean, if you're still here, you're somewhat interested in the markets and have a some kind of want to continue on your journey. This is trading view, but it's coinmarketcap.com, and under Bitcoin, and when you're at the top looking at this, you can just come down and price, market cap, trading view, and history, and then click on trading view, and it'll bring up this little chart. Usually what I used to do in the crypto live streams, yeah, that is not looking good. That is not looking good, guys. What I would usually do is go to Coinbase Pro and watch the chart and the feed and all that, but I can't get it to pull up for some reason. I'll try it again, though. Oh, there we go. You get all this crackhead shit. I gotta log in. It's so crackhead like. Thank you, Tyler. Appreciate you. I get older and the girls stay the same age. Oh, there you go. That's funny. Yeah, 66 and feeling act like 26. Exactly. I mean, age is truly a number. You know, it really has nothing to do with anything else. And, 66, that's not even, dude, 66-year-olds are pulling 18-year-olds left and right. You can be good looking as hell at 66. Like, that ain't shit. Hi, Tyler. You are the go-to man we like to listen to. Listen to what you have to say, and Happy New Year's. Appreciate you. Another familiar face, Carla. I hope you are doing well. Happy New Year's to you. 2022 is your year. Don't let nothing stop you. Any of you guys. I don't tell any friends or family to buy it. If this is, they just pay per hand and hate me. Yeah, that's how I am too. I mean, you know, my family has never really been in that. A lot of people just see things as like I'll get in for an hour and see what it does, or a day and see what it does. The whole like buying and holding something is just unattractive for most people. Yeah, it's amazing. Crypto is a 24-hour trading platform. It's crazy. They want to do a 24-hour exchange. I forget who it is. A company. I wish I could think of it off the top of my head. I just was looking into it a couple weeks ago. They want to do a 24-hour exchange, but they were talking about low volume and there wouldn't be as much volume. But I think crypto kind of which like Bitcoin, some cryptos are very thin. Like Bitcoin is very thin volume, like all the time. But at night it does tend to pop off a little bit more than get volatile at night compared to in the day. And this chart is not looking good, guys. Oh yeah, Drew Bender. I've been watching Inception right now, and I just realized I've been dealing with this all year with my AMC holdings. I feel like I've seen that movie, but a long time ago. Holding 2,700 since last spring. I am with all you youngins. There we go. Started gathering my AMC in last January. Crypto down, AMC up. There we go. John T. Bless you, brother. I don't want a 24-hour stock market. I'll never sleep. Yeah, I mean, imagine. Imagine that. Oh, we're about to get a flush. Getting a flush. Oh, it's flushing a little bit. Jeez. By the end of the, I mean, geez, by the beginning of trading today, Bitcoin will dump to 39K tonight. I mean, the rate that this is going, yeah, definitely. You're not seeing a significant bounce. You're just not seeing it. We have not bounced. Like, look, you fall straight down, you hit that low, you come back up. This is the point that we have to break out above to get back bullish again. Well, it was, right? So you come back down, you come up, but not as much as that first one. It might be hard to see from where you guys are seeing it, but we didn't quite come up to this level right here, and then you just sold down, never came back up to the prior level, sold off, never came back up to the prior level, sold, and just the same thing over and over again. You have to see that bounce, and then come up, come down, but then come up again higher than the previous to get bullish again. It's not. I mean, for AMC, this could actually be, foreshadowing the liquidity crunch that is going on. Because, I mean, look at the volume, dude. Look at the volume. That's insane. like relative to what we have been seeing recently, at least today. So yeah, you're going to need to see a break at least above here, really in this range to get bullish again, slightly, but it's not happening. Taking another leg down. Sold my boat, bought 1,137 shares. Boom. Let's go. I hit 400 AMC today after buying 10 on the $21 dip. There we go. Right? Apes never sleep. Laura, shout out to the ladies in here. Y'all are far and few in between. That's the truth. Honestly, I've never met anybody in my life that was like a girl that traded stocks. I've hardly met guys that trade stocks. Like, my YouTube analytics are like 7 or 8% female, which is really low compared to anything else comparing genders. My cost basis is $9.25. Let's fucking go. $9.25. Hell yeah. Alexa, I say 35,000. Yeah, I mean, the more Bitcoin drops, that's just telling you, like, somebody needs the money. Somebody needs the money out there. AMC not selling 65%. Yeah, I mean, it's not a loss until you sell, So you should be good. Hopefully you'll get a lot of that back tomorrow. I made some money a week ago, and LDO Therapeutics went up 2 days over 100%. I don't know if it was a short squeeze or just a quick daily mover, but it was wild. Yeah, do you trade options? Because we've been hitting a lot of 100% winners. Over the past couple of days, we've had 100% winner almost every day, I believe. It's all crypto, not just Bitcoin. Yeah, definitely getting clapped. Please read. I'm new at all this, but I got a question. Why did Jimmy squeeze to almost 500 AMC only to 25 on January? Why so low? GameStop was the center of attention then. So a lot of price action, even with short squeeze trades, is based off of, the attention, right? Everybody was talking about GameStop. People were trading GameStop. They weren't trading AMC as much. AMC at that time in January was known, but it was, the likes of other meme stocks. So the money was more spread out. GameStop definitely had more attention, like with the short interest being crazy high, over 100%, all of that. Now the tables have actually turned. So AMC has much more attention than GameStop. But as far as, why it did that, it went up, 10x in value. GameStop, went up 30x? Hold on. I think it went from, 15 to, let's just say 350. 350 divided by 15. 23. So GameStop went up 2 times more as far as, a little bit over 2 times more as far as, the starting point to the ending point. So, in that sense, it didn't move all too much more than AMC. The dollar amount was more, but, what it really comes down to is the shares outstanding. GameStop has way less shares outstanding. But the percentage move was not too far off. I don't know if it's going to tell me. But yeah, it just moves more, because there's less shares. I think there's only a couple million shares. What? What, 10 million shares, I believe? Rough math here. 10 million-ish shares for GameStop. But yeah, stocks? Well, I know they are green. Bitcoin bounce, not options. Ethereum, Doge, ship down too. Oh yeah, they're getting clapped. Thanks for the answer. There we go. There we go. Appreciate you. Tyler's got Molly. He's got White and trapping all damn night. Tyler, make me the mask from D'Angelo. Just make sure we can see when we get ride at dawn. We're riding at dawn, baby. Coming in hot. Coming in swinging like some damn apes. You guys are great. You guys are fun. See me was a good play last 2 days. Up 26.95%. Yeah. There we go. Yeah, it's going to be very interesting. After hours up 22.68% to $160.75. Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me to see AMC and GameStop move like substantially over 20%, 20, 30%, 40% possibly, depending on what kind of volume. Do they have the share count? I don't use like Google Finance, so I don't know really where to find it. But now I want to know. Oh shit, I was way off. 76.35 million shares outstanding. But compared to AMC's, what? 513 divided by 6.35. Yeah, so AMC has 6.7 times more shares. For every, 1 share of GameStop, AMC has 6.7 shares. Which doesn't change too much in the grand scope of things, but it takes a lot less to move GameStop for sure. Like, just for shits and giggles, I want to see what GameStop's volume was in after hours. I have not looked. Honestly, that's... the 1 hour will be fine. Yeah, 367,000 shares traded hands did that. For the most part. Another 500,000 right there, too. Well, we want to... I will retire from truck driving and become an angel investor. There you go. There you go. Yeah, you make a lot of money like that. So when you're an angel investor, those are the people that get rich. Like I was telling my mom, because she don't know anything about investing. She's not involved with any of that. I was telling her, like, we were talking about the Facebook IPO, like Facebook's history as a business. And I was telling her, like, yeah, dude, I'm like, people get rich off IPOing. That's where you make the money. Because what happens when a company IPOs is essentially they get like appraised at a certain value. Say, AMC, if they were to IPO, for an example, if they're a brand new company, at $40 a share. That's what they were valued at. That's not what the public buys the shares at. They also get valued at a much higher premium, a much higher multiple, because, you're selling to the public and they're willing to pay more. But then the brokers, they get the shares, the brokers, the bank, whoever's facilitating the transaction, the guys with big money, they can get the shares at 40. And then depending on, what the buy orders are coming in at, like if AMC was sold to the brokers at 40, but the orders are coming in from the retail at 100, they're going to list that thing at 110. So they just made 2 to 3x just like that, So IPOs make a lot of people a lot of money. Angel investors, you can make a ton. You can make a ton if you're in the right stocks or right companies. Same thing. Like Under Armour. Those are one of my favorite drinks. And Kobe, he invested like 6 or 8 million. Had a total cash out of like 800 million. Crazy. Angel investor. Some are no angels. Oh yeah, well yeah, like angel investor in that way, like trying to. I watch Ozark. I don't know if you guys have seen that, but he's like an angel investor, and interesting. But yeah, I would just do private investments too. Angel investors, private investors, kind of the same thing. And she's closer to 514 million. Yeah, 514 million. Definitely. You are right. Thank you. All right. I'm going to get my happy ass out of here. Go load up the rocket ship so we can head out early in the morning at dawn. Load her up. Is anyone else in here been playing? Casanova Scientist Call's been hitting 70. Yeah, I've been watching that very close. I should have actually got into that. It rallied pretty big a couple days ago, but I just never got into it. I think I have a couple shares, but nothing crazy. So yeah, I'm gonna get out of here. You guys enjoy your night. Get ready. Tomorrow is going to be crazy. If you guys are in the buy and sell alerts community, I'll keep you guys posted on the trades when I do. If I make a trade in AMC, if you guys want to be a part of that, we've been killing it. Linked in the description of this live stream or any other video or in the pinned comments of the other videos. So